In a land where every breath is a battle, where the air is thick with the smoke of destruction and the cries of the innocent echo through the streets, life is a constant struggle. The city of Gaza, once vibrant and full of life, now lies in ruins, a testament to the relentless conflict that has torn it apart. The people here wake up each day to the sound of explosions and the sight of their homes reduced to rubble. Yet amidst this chaos, they find the strength to carry on, to survive against all odds. Where survival is a relentless struggle between hunger and bombardment, where children search for scraps of food in the debris, and families huddle together in makeshift shelters, hoping to avoid the next airstrike. The humanitarian aid that trickles in is a lifeline, but it is never enough to meet the overwhelming needs of the population. Despite the dire circumstances, the people of Gaza display an incredible resilience, finding ways to support each other and maintain a sense of community. Gaza stands unbroken, its spirit unyielding despite the scars. The city may be shattered, but its heart beats strong. The residents, though battered and bruised, refuse to give up. They rebuild their homes, their lives, and their dreams, brick by brick, moment by moment. The smoke that rises from the ruins is a symbol of their enduring hope and determination. They walk through the streets not as victims, but as survivors, each step a defiance against the forces that seek to destroy them. Today, we share the story of a writer who defied death with his pen. In the midst of this devastation, one man uses his words as a weapon, a tool to document the truth and inspire others. His desk, surrounded by chaos, is a sanctuary of thought and creativity. He writes in a destroyed home, his pen moving across the paper with a purpose that transcends the immediate danger. His words are a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of the human spirit. Yousri Al-Ghoul, the last intellectual in northern Gaza, a man who embodies the resilience and courage of his people. He stands amidst the ruins, a solitary figure of strength and intellect. His presence is a reminder that even in the darkest times, the light of knowledge and truth can never be extinguished. He reads amidst the remnants of war, his mind a fortress of ideas and dreams that no bomb can destroy, who refused to flee and chose to be a voice for truth. Yousri speaks to the camera, his words carrying the weight of his experiences and the hopes of his community. He gives interviews in front of bomb buildings, his voice unwavering, his message clear. He addresses small crowds in the war zone, his presence a source of inspiration and strength. Through his words and actions, Yousri Al-Ghoul stands as a testament to the unbreakable spirit of Gaza, a beacon of hope in a land ravaged by conflict. Yousri Al-Ghoul is no ordinary novelist. He is an eyewitness to the most horrific crimes of the century. The author of And He Remained Alone in a Region Turned Inferno, documenting the daily atrocities committed against his people. Imagine starting your day searching for clean water, a basic necessity that many of us take for granted. In war-torn regions, this is a daily struggle. Families wake up with the daunting task of finding enough water to survive. Children, instead of going to school, carry heavy containers, walking miles to reach a public tap. The journey is fraught with danger, but they have no choice. This is their reality, standing in line for bread for hours, hoping that there will be enough to go around. The lines are long and the wait is excruciating. People stand under the scorching sun or in the freezing cold, driven by the hope of feeding their families. The scarcity of food is a constant reminder of the conflict that has torn their lives apart. Every loaf of bread is a lifeline, a small victory in their daily battle for survival, only for an occupation airstrike to hit the queue. The sound of explosions and the sight of destruction are all too familiar. People scatter, running for cover, their hopes shattered in an instant. This was Yousri's reality. He lived in constant fear, never knowing when the next attack would come. The simple act of standing in line for food became a life-threatening ordeal. Once, he resorted to eating animal feed after the price of a single loaf soared to $10. The desperation was palpable. With no other options, Yousri and many others turned to whatever they could find to stave off hunger. The conflict had stripped them of their dignity, forcing them to make unimaginable choices. Yet, amidst the chaos, they found ways to survive, holding on to hope for a better tomorrow. The cruelest moment came when he was separated from his wife and daughter by just 40 meters. 40 meters between life and death. Under relentless bombardment, he couldn't reach them, trapped in an endless nightmare, not knowing if they were alive or dead. At Al-Madani Hospital, where he witnessed one of the worst massacres, the scene was beyond comprehension. The once bustling hospital, a beacon of hope and healing, now lay in ruins, its walls scarred by the relentless onslaught of war. Yousri saw corpses lining the hallways as doctors rationed care. Medicines no longer enough for all. The air was thick with the smell of antiseptic and blood, mingling with the cries of the wounded and the dying. The doctors, overwhelmed and under-resourced, did their best to provide care, but the sheer number of casualties made it an impossible task. There, after his father's leg was amputated and he later died, Yousri felt a profound sense of loss and helplessness. His father, once a strong and vibrant man, was reduced to a shadow of his former self, his life cut short by the brutality of war. The grief was palpable, not just for Yousri, but for all the families who had lost loved ones in the conflict. Yousri penned his most powerful words on resilience. In the midst of the chaos and destruction, he found solace in writing, using his words to capture the strength and determination of those who continued to fight for survival. His writings became a testament to the human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest of times there is always hope. Through his words, Yousri sought to honor the memory of his father and all those who had perished, ensuring that their stories would not be forgotten. His resilience and courage in the face of unimaginable adversity served as an inspiration to many, a beacon of light in a world shrouded in darkness. But Yousri believes this suffering will not be in vain. Gaza is not just a place, he says, it's an unyielding idea of resistance. Amid the world's silence, he shouts, the Palestinian cause will not end, for justice outlives all tanks. Yet through it all, hope remains. In Gaza's shattered corners, Yousri sees a future blooming from the debris. These children, playing among graves, he says, will carry the torch and end this tragedy. Today, Yousri Al-Ghoul is still there, in besieged northern Gaza, writing with a broken pen on scraps of paper, because in the end, words will prevail. This is not just a story of suffering, but of a will that history will remember.